Welcome guys. So today I'm bringing you some boxing basics, okay? So if you ever wanted to come to a boxing gym like this, boxing class, one of my classes, one of my circuits that I do on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Whatever it may be, it's just giving you some basic technique, okay? So you're not going in there blind, you have some knowledge and something you can work with, okay? If you're ever in London, come and check out the Islington Boxing Club where I'm a coach and loads of fantastic coaches here. You'll be very welcomed, okay? So let's get into it. So if you're right-handed, which I am, okay, you're gonna go with your left foot forward, okay? And obviously opposite if you were left-handed, you're gonna have your right foot forward. So because I'm right-handed, I'm gonna have my left foot forward. We're gonna give it a sideways profile, okay? Side stance. So basically my lead leg, my left leg is in front, my back leg, I've got a line here, I'm gonna use this line. My back leg, imagine a thin line and you've got your rear leg on the outside of the line, heel touching on the line, and your front leg, front toe on the line, okay? So you've got a thin line in between, running between your feet, okay? So feet slightly offset, not like you're on a skateboard, but slightly offset, okay? Now, knees bent in boxing, always have your knees bent, okay? You've got a lower center of gravity, you're in a stronger position here, okay? You can feel the weight as well. So when you're wanting to move the weight around the body, which is very important in boxing, you can feel that, okay? Now, we've got our legs, as I said, always have your knees bent, and I would like you to see the majority of the weight on the back foot, okay? So you should have about 60-40 weight on the back leg, okay? So imagine if you were throwing punches at an opponent, you don't want to get too close to them, okay? You always want to keep a bit of distance. So majority of the weight on the back leg, okay? Now with our hands, we're gonna bring our right hand or our rear hand tight to the chin, okay? And our lead hand slightly in front, about shoulder height, and our chin tucked down, okay? So chin down, hands up, elbows pointing to the floor, okay? And you're trying to keep that lead shoulder in front, okay? So we're not giving too much of a target. If I'm standing like this, I'm a big target. Sideways on, less so, okay? So elbows pointing to the floor, lead hand slightly in front, rear hand tight to the chin, chin down, hands up, okay? So from here now, we're gonna throw our jab, which is our lead hand, okay? So when we throw our jab, knees bent, as I mentioned, you're gonna feel a full extension of the arm, chin tucked into the shoulder here, you see? And palm of the hand finishing, looking at the floor, okay? So again, turn the hips and shoulder inwards, full extension of the arm, palm of the hand, looking at the floor, okay? And then bring it back every time you punch. Full extension and back, okay? So that's the lead hand, your jab, and that is the most important punch in boxing because it finds the target, okay? It can win a fight off the jab, okay? I'm sure you would have heard that in the past if you're into boxing. Now your back hand, okay? Your rear hand, your cross, okay? As I said, tucked into the chin, glued to the chin, so protecting your chin. And when you throw the punch, again, feeling the weight on the back leg, you're gonna push off the rear leg, turn the hips, and full extension of the arm again, okay? Let me show you that from a side profile. So knees bent, you're gonna push off the rear leg, turn the hips, full extension of the arm, okay? And as I mentioned, you don't wanna overcommit, okay? You always wanna have a good center of balance, okay? Good center of gravity. So turn the hips, pivot on that back foot, rotate, okay? By pushing off that back foot, by rotating, you're gonna generate more power. Sit back on the back leg, push off, rotate, okay? That's the cross. And again with the jab, I'm gonna put it out again. So jab, full extension of the arm, turning the hip and shoulder in, nice and relaxed in the shoulders, and the cross, pivot on the back foot, okay? Turn the hips. And when I throw my punch, if you look, when I throw my jab, my rear shoulder goes back. When I throw my cross, my lead shoulder rotates back, okay? So I'm really getting my hips and my shoulders into the punches. So I'm getting all my body weight behind the punch, okay? So again, a couple more times. The jab, full extension. Exhale as you punch, chin down, hands up. The cross, full extension. Push off that back leg. Maybe put it together, jab, cross. Straight on. Again, chin down, hands up. Remember, not giving too much away. Yeah. When you're throwing your straight punches, you're jabbing your cross, remember, don't throw them too low. You want to keep about shoulder height with it. Okay, so Those are your bread and butter punches, okay? Your 2 straight punches, your jab and your cross, okay? Play around with them, practice them, perfect them, okay? Because they are the punches that are gonna keep you at distance, keep it long. You know, you don't wanna get, even if you're hitting a bag, even if you're hitting the bag, hitting the pads, you wanna box like they box in the ring, okay? So you wanna keep your distance, okay? And you go closer when you want to go closer, okay? You commit when you want to commit, okay? And attack when you want to attack, as in going forward, closing the distance. Right, now footwork, okay? So we've got our hands, okay? Our hands are up, chin tucked in, elbows pointing to the floor. Now, when you move in boxing, it's just a step, okay? Step, step. Obviously, you can speed it up as you go, but I'm gonna show you just stepping forwards and backwards, okay? So whichever direction I go in, that leg's gonna go forward. So if I'm going forwards, it's my front leg. Step, step. If I'm going backwards, it's my back leg, okay? You get the gist? So forwards, it's my front leg, backwards, back leg, okay? And then you can start to skip around, but what we don't wanna do, when you get more competent, you can start to move a bit faster, but what you don't want to do is bring your legs together, okay? Because if you were to take a punch, I know you might not be doing this for competition reasons or for real, but still, as I said, if you're gonna learn, let's do it properly. You don't want your legs to come together if you just get tangled up. So if I'm going backwards, my feet come together, I get tangled up, okay? So always keep about at least hip width apart, okay? And in regards to how wide your stance should be, that's subjective, okay? So everyone's got different length limbs, but definitely about shoulder width at least, okay, apart, all right? So again, moving forwards and back, okay? Remember, keeping the feet slightly offset, hands up, chin down. Now, we're gonna combine that quickly, okay? This is the last bit of the boxing basics I wanna give you. So you have an idea of how to use your body, how to throw those punches. So put in the footwork and the hands together. When I push forwards now, when I step forwards, I'm gonna throw the jab at the same time, okay? So imagine if I was in a boxing ring, I was in a contest with someone, I can't just step forward or else I could walk into a punch. So I need to step with my jab, okay? So as I move forwards, I'm gonna step and jab, okay? So here, pop it out. As I push off that back leg, I jab, okay? Same thing going backwards. Remember to breathe, try and be nice and relaxed. As I said, majority of the weight on the back foot, even as I move forwards, okay? I'm not overcommitting, okay? I'm using that push off my foot though to generate a little bit more power in the punch, okay? And also, whether you're moving forwards or back, left or right, you're still moving, bringing your hip and shoulder into the punch, okay? So trying to generate more power. You're using your legs, but you're using your whole body, okay? So there, turn into it, turn in, okay? Backwards, okay? And then you can add the cross to that as well. So you step, and listen, there's not one way to do this, okay? I am giving you one way, but there's multiple ways to use your straight punches, to move, to box, okay? I'm giving you one way, okay? Something you can work with. So now we're gonna step, jab, and cross, okay? So we're gonna step and jab, step, and you're gonna cross, okay? So again, from a side profile, I'm gonna step and jab, step, and twist. Pivot on that back foot, throw the cross. Step, twist, jab, cross. Step, twist. Same thing going backwards, step, pushing off the front leg, twist. Step, twist. Step, twist. Do a little bit quicker now. Backwards. So, there you have it, guys. Quick boxing basics, play around with it. You're not going into a boxing club then blind, you have a little bit of a feel for what you're supposed to do. And as I said, I know there'll be a lot of smart asses out there saying, oh, you could do this, there's another way you could throw the jab cross. Yes, there's multiple ways, okay? This is one way to do it. And lots more technique, loads to do, but gives you a little insight into how to get started. You're not just gonna walk into a boxing club blind or into a boxing class. At least makes you look like you know what you're doing. So if you like the video, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, and see you again.